Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Do you want to improve your English skills? If you're interested, please continue watching the podcast because you are going to have perfect English. Please let's get started. The podcast is for listener. In this podcast, I'm going to introduce myself to you so you can know me a little bit. Also, I will give you some information about other podcasts. I'm going to tell you what is going to happen in other podcasts. First of all, I'm Attila. I'm a student at a university. I live in magnificent city. It's Istanbul. I'm taking this video. So I'm recording the podcast in Istanbul. Istanbul, which is the historical city, has two areas: Europe area and Asia area. I live in Europe area, by the way. Uh, Guys, I think you should know me more. What are my hobbies? I enjoy with so many things. For example, I like listen to music. For example, English songs, Italian songs, Spanish songs, Ukrainian songs affect me. By the way, I love watching football. I usually watch English Premier League and Italian Serie A League. And also I watch Turkish Super League. I admire talented footballer. For example, Cristiano Ronaldo, Leo Messi, Kevin De Bruyne, Neymar, etc. Moreover, my favorite football team is Galatasaray in Turkey. I fall in love with Galatasaray. I never miss its match. I think that's enough about football. Yeah. In addition, I adore learning something. Um, in my opinion, learning is vital for people. Because of this, I often read books, magazines, and news. I often visit places in order to learn. Um, by the way, I spend time on PlayStation 4. I play online games. Also, I'm interested with you about your hobbies, about your life, about your opinion, about your questions, etc. etc. I want to see your comments below the podcast. By the way, I don't know how long the podcast will take time, but I suppose so. It will be great. It will be funny. I think it will be educational. Firstly, we will talk basically. For example, how are you guys? I'm pretty good. I said I will talk about my day, about life, and then we will talk about interesting topic, and then we are going to learn new vocabulary in each podcast. We are going to learn grammar. Um, don't worry, guys, because we will get it easily. In other podcasts, I will read my own story, which I'm going to write. Why I'm going to read my own story? Because YouTube like people who create something. I think you will listen my story, and I think you will like it. I don't know. We're gonna see. In other podcasts, I'm going to have conversation with my friend who can speak in English. It will be pretty funny, I think. I'm sure. I don't know why. This podcast is really a chance to push your English level. So finally, we definitely are going to build our English. Guys, consider it, please. I'm always telling you about us because we will be family. Family is everything in the world. Family always makes you powerful, more powerful. Really, family offers offers you a life. Yes, I agree with you. Yeah, we can sometimes get bored. We can sometimes get nervous. Yeah, but being family is great. Being family is amazing. Really. So I'm not a foreign man for you. Perhaps I'm your younger brother, or maybe I'm your older brother. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, what should we do in order to improve our skills? Primarily, my podcast should be listened. Actually, this is not an advertisement, really. We must listen something if we want to have significant English level. You can listen when you work. You are able to listen while you are driving car. I think there are so many opportunities to listen podcast. However, please listen actively. Please listen actively. This is so important while you are learning English. If you are not listening actively, you can't understand speakers. Every day you should listen 10 or 20 or 15 minutes actively, and then you can listen passively. What is to listen actively and passively? Active listeners always listen and they can try to understand, and passive listeners always listen and then they don't have to understand. For example, listening to music, listening to radio, etc. We should always hear something in English. You should watch series, you should watch more videos and movies maybe in English. Otherwise, unfortunately, you can't improve your skills. Actually, learning a language, using a language is not hard. Firstly, we should recognize learning. For example, there is a child. The child always memorizes words and he or she only learns grammar. This is wrong. In my opinion, this is incredible mistake. We should build our English with our skills. You don't have to be amazing in English. Please, don't be afraid of people and talk in English. Listen them, go to your college and sit on a desk. People don't care about your accent. Really. They always would like listen. Um, they always would like to communicate maybe. In this video, we are talking about listening, but in other podcast, we are going to talk about our other skills. First, first way to improve your listening skills, um, you can listen when you read an article. For example, you should read simultaneously words of song while you are listening to music. Second way, don't use space. What is it? When native speakers speak, they tend to say one sentence as one word. For example, a native speaker says, "Can I get one cookie? Can I get one cookie?" They never say, "Can I get one cookie?" They never say this. Mm, third you, third way, sorry. You don't have to understand full sentence. You don't have to get it in sentence every single word. For example, you should catch the most important word. In normally, most important words are nouns, adjectives, and verbs. And I will teach you one thing at the moment. Native speakers pronounce silently some words. For example, in, for example, on, for example, at, with, about, preposition. Way 4, you should listen at a lower than yours. For example, you are in an intermediate level, you should listen elementary English conversation. For example, children's TV programs. And the children TV programs, really, it's important. The children TV programs will make your English level better. They can push you. Guys, today I finished my podcast. I hope you are going to subscribe me. That's really helpful for your English. Don't forget to like my video. Subscribe me. Sorry about my pronunciation. I will be better for video. And then wait for other podcast. Thank you for your listening. See ya.